Mr. Iglaudy.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I will associate myself with all of Commissioner Rothstein's excellent comments about the Olympics and the American flag. So the Olympics are interesting to me. As Commissioner Rothstein had noted yesterday, the men's U.S. soccer team lost against France 3-0 or 0-3. So my dad was a U.S. Olympic soccer player back in the 1980s, and so the soccer, when that comes up, whether it's the World Cup or whether it's the U.S. Olympics, I've always got to try to catch the game if I can. And no matter what the sport is, I'm always rooting for the USA. Commissioner Rothstein also made some very excellent points about the desecration, burning of the American flag in the last couple of days. And for me, as a proud American citizen, I find that so utterly inconsistent that the people who are burning the American flag are running around talking about how they support freedom and democracy, and yet they are burning the quintessential symbol of freedom and democracy. People like that do not care about democracy or freedom. They look at the world in terms of hatred and enemies, and not about rights and humanity. And that is in response to what they perceive to be right and wrong, and of course they are wrong. And you look at a nation like Israel, for example, that is fighting for its survival. That is where you're going to find humanity. That is where you're going to find democracy. And those opposed to a nation like Israel, or to the United States for that matter, they have a fundamental difference in their worldview that is incompatible with something like freedom and democracy. We hope that perhaps when they get older or they have a better understanding of things, they'll change their minds and come to see what blessings we have in this country and what blessings a nation like Israel means for the world. But again, I wanted to associate myself with the comments that Commissioner Rothstein made regarding the flag and also the Olympics. So this week, locally, I had the opportunity to attend the Library Board of Trustees meeting in New Windsor at the library headquarters. I was very grateful to be a part of it, to ask some questions, to engage in conversation, to learn some things, and to be able to share some information with them as well. And I do believe that we'll continue to strengthen and grow our relationship with the library system, and I do believe that they want that as well, and I'm looking forward to attending more library meetings in the future. Yesterday morning, I had the pleasure of attending the meeting of the Commission on Aging and Disabilities. As everybody knows, they're a wonderful group of people, and they're gearing up towards one of the major county events of the year, as Victoria Parks, the project coordinator for the Bureau of Aging and Disabilities, reminded me. And that is the Aging Your Way Expo, formerly known as the Seniors on the Go Expo, which will occur on Thursday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Ag Center here in Westminster. It's an amazing event put on by amazing people and very much worth attending. Additionally, the Commission on Aging and Disabilities is still seeking representative members from Manchester and Finksburg. It's an awesome group and very rewarding to serve as a part of that group, and anybody who is interested can apply on the county website, or you can write to us and we can get you the direct link. So last but not least, over this past weekend, as everybody knows, vacation for me typically involves going to visit my mom's farm out of state and to work the farm while I'm gone. I tended to and fed horses, I repaired fences, I helped carry out landscaping, maintaining the property, and more, all while getting to spend time with my mom. And as I had mentioned on Facebook posts of mine, getting to spend time with the power line tower and power lines that bisect my mom's farm. They've been there for years, and while these are nowhere near the size and the scale of the power lines and towers that are being proposed for our county, the power lines that run through my mom's property still severely limit what she and my stepdad are allowed to do with their farm and their property. You walk through the farm and you can see, you can't put buildings near them, you can't put certain buildings near them, fences. There's so many obstacles and regulations you have to contend with to be able to use your property once power lines go through them. And not only do they cut through my mom's farm, but they go across a river behind her farm, they go across the mountain, they cut right up through the center of the mountain behind her property as well. So even beyond the aesthetics of it, you look at these things and they are hideous, and I describe them as hideous and rustic relics of energy policies and technologies of decades long since past. There are so many other ways to go about doing this kind of thing. And I know all my fellow, my friends up here agree as well. Having spoken to so many of our citizens over the last several weeks about this, there are so many other potential ways of doing this that, just stringing them directly through our county is just not necessary. And as Commissioner Rothstein has so well said, and as I know my friends up here, Commissioner Guerin, Commissioner Kyler, and Commissioner Gordon have also said, we are committed to finding the best possible way to move forward with this while preventing the project in its current form from happening. And as Commissioner Rothstein had also pointed out, in the coming days we'll have more information about the meeting that we and our delegates and and Senator Reedy want to have regarding this on August 22nd. And that is all for me this morning, and thank you very much.